perfectly fine. I sent out the link, Chris, so people can watch your beautiful face while we broadcast right now.
Oh, that's perfectly fine. Especially those like since you tweeted out the YouTube link live, that means people can watch and then they have a personal interaction with me while they're asking us stupid questions. I mean, not stupid questions, while we're answering stupid answers to probably really smart questions. How's that?
There you go. That's perfect. Yeah, check us out, mwcconnection.com. That's the website. Or for the past week, we could be a home of Hawaii football coaching news, apparently, as that's kind of gone crazy the past week. Mountain Woods Connection on Facebook, and we got games this week. We have non-conference games this week.
We only have one non-conference game this week, right?
No, two.
Two.
CIC, Army, Air
Force.
Oh,
right. I forgot they're not part of a conference anymore.
BYU's not in the league.
Yeah.
So do you want to start with coaching news or just kind of go with it with the games this week? Kind of go along.
Let's just go into it with the games.
And we'll talk about
talking about the coaching news is useless until we've got more to go on.
We'll sprinkle it in during the appropriate game. Is that good to say?
Sure.
All right. So thanks for the confidence there, but let's get going here. We have games Thursday night.
Do you take care of 160 kids every day?
No, I don't. So I can't. No. Sorry, I can't equate to that. But Thursday, Friday, Saturday games all week. You know what the best thing about the weekend is? Not that they're spread out, which is usually good. We have more afternoon football on Saturday.
Yay!
Afternoon, slightly early evening. But let's start with the games. We got Nevada at Fresno State.
Tomorrow night.
Thursday night, ESPN2, so get ready to cash that $500,000, Wolfpack and Bulldogs. I think Fresno needs to save that money up for the buyout, right?
That's not funny.
Oh, it's but totally it is. Did you see that? Fresno, hey, at least Tim Druder, he had one of the highest graduation success rates, so he gets a $125,000 bonus.
That's a pretty damn big bonus for how poor the team is playing.
Well, it's for schoolwork.
But I mean, yeah, absolutely, and that's what's pretty awesome is that they are making a focus on academics. But how much of that graduation rate actually has to do with the coach encouraging him to graduate as opposed to go pro?
There's a few things about it, though. It's basically coach wants to get above that APR score. That's pretty much what it comes down to, right?
Yeah. I mean, what?
You think so?
Sure. Yes.
Sure. Yeah, we'll go with that. That's what we're saying here. This game, well, right now, here's what it comes down to. If Nevada wants to go bowling, they need to win this game. They're a road favorite by only 4 points, which is kind of surprising. And if
Fresno wants out of a bowl game, they need to win this game.
Fresno? You think Fresno's going bowling?
I didn't say. I didn't say that. I said if they want any shot of a bowl game, they are 2-6 right now.
They have to win 4 in a row. That's not happening. But
it could happen. Miracles do happen, and I will tell you that the schedule that they play. Nevada, Hawaii, BYU, Colorado State. Yeah, that's totally possible.
Yeah, they're not beating BYU.
No, or Colorado State. But I mean, it's possible.
Yeah, because it's possible that the fact they have 4 games on the schedule and they need to win all 4.
Yes.
So until they get to the 7th loss,
mathematically, they're not out of it yet.
No, they are not.
What's the story? What's the story of this season on the podcast? I'm right most of the time.
Oh, should we talk about Memphis since you might be right for that part too?
Yeah, well, we might as well talk about Memphis now.
We'll get to this game.
Got ranked 13th, and who called it?
And I am forced to join you because I said they need to be top 15 for any chance. So they have a chance.
Yeah, it's at this point, ladies and gentlemen, we should be rooting all of our power for Memphis to crack the top 4 or just barely get left out so that it forces the playoff committee to expand to 8 because holy hell, Memphis is a power to be reckoned with.
Wait. You're thinking about this the wrong way for the playoff to expand. What we really want is the SEC to be left out because Ole Miss is the champion with the loss.
Yeah, that's yeah. So
that's
Ole Miss
what we want.
Out, Memphis gets left out, and I think something else has to happen.
Well, if Ole Miss is out, you're going to have the probably Clemson, maybe Big Ten champ, Stanford, and Notre Dame, maybe. I don't know, depending on who beats each other.
We were talking about it on Underdog Dynasty on our Slack stuff today.
Apparently, I might be joining that for some reason, but yeah, I might be.
You should. We're
I think I might, but yeah, that's what. There's a few things. If we want to expand, SEC gets left out, so you get TCU, let's just say Stanford or Notre Dame, ACC, and Big Ten. So there you go. But back to the game at hand here. Here's the thing about Nevada: they don't like to play as good as they can play, because we've seen them play reasonably well against Michigan State and Texas A&M, and then look, they lose to UNLV. Not anything against UNLV, but the competition-wise, compared between the former to the latter, it's a big deal. And they're just like a wild card, a Jekyll and Hyde. Is James Butler going to be the big guys? Where's Hashawn Henderson? Give me some Hashawn Henderson. Throw him the ball.
Not enough throwing Hassan Henderson the ball. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous that Nevada is really playing to their competition, and it's starting to get extremely frustrating as a result.
It's hard to pick them to win, too. Like, what's going to happen? It's like, well, I like this title here on the Fresno Bee. Tough Nevada is no longer Fresno State's, quote, little brother.
Nice.
That's a good one. I don't know. They're not using the Quinter back anymore. They got Kilton Anderson. We know Martez Waller. I'm gonna butcher the name, but Edarajo, the defensive end for Fresno.
Ejiro Edarame.
Yeah, Edarame. That's it. I just forget his name. Not that I can't say it, which I had difficulty saying it, but I just forget his name. I'm like, oh, it's a long name there. But what do you expect to happen? Because we can't really peg Nevada, but we know they have talent.
Well, here's the thing. If Nevada loses to Fresno State, I'm not going to say they kiss their bowl chances goodbye, but they go 4-5, and then they have games left remaining against San Jose State, Utah State, and then San Diego State.
0-3, perhaps. So, they might not make a bowl game if they beat Fresno.
They might, yeah. You're absolutely right. Although there is that like kind of application that they can make if they're 6-7.
You mean 5-7?
No, if they beat you're assuming they're going to lose to San Jose State next week?
Oh, yeah, well,
okay, I see what you're saying. Anyway, yeah, so, but it comes back to this. If Nevada loses to Fresno State, Polian should already be on the hot seat right now. His seat's going to go en fuego. And if Nevada somehow loses to Fresno State, it shows us that this team is much more of a mess than we originally thought.
Yeah, and you can't get a hold of Chris Hall unless she goes long distance minutes to Italy.
Hey, you know what? You don't need long distance minutes to Italy. It's called Skype.
El Skype.
Skype.
Here's the thing where I'm taking Nevada to win and cover. Fresno allows, they're one of the worst rushing defenses in the country, 268 per game, and I'm assuming, which could be a stretch, that the pistol offense will be successful with Tyler Stewart, James Butler, and Don Jackson running the ball for they should get close to 300 yards. That's probably how this game's going to be won because Tyler Stewart's inconsistent in the air. That's why Hashawn Henderson hasn't been called too often. And they're just going to, I think, run their way against Fresno and probably get the win.
Yeah, that's theoretically what should happen.
Theoretically,
I'm looking for. I am looking for Stewart to have a very solid game, about 250 yards through the air, because he has 1,400 yards through the air this year. So adding another 250, that won't be so hard, especially with Fresno State's secondary being a hot mess. But I'm with you. I'm gonna say about a 10 to 14 point victory.
Yeah, Fresno. If Fresno is going to win, it's going to be Martez Waller. And here's the thing too to consider: Killen Anderson's he's had a couple games as the guy, so he's getting in more rhythm with his wide receivers and the offense a little bit where he's the guy. So maybe that could be a little bit better effect for him to play better, just because of this is what his third game I believe he's starting. Is that right? Third or fourth game? A couple of weeks. So.
Yeah, this is going to be I think his third game starting.
I don't think that matters too much. They're at home. Home crowd's not a big deal there. They don't travel. And there'll probably be decent Thursday. Some Nevada fans, I'll say. But, yeah, Nevada should win. They should win big. But I'm betting this will be like that UNLV game, Fresno, something close to in the fourth quarter.
Except, are the rain gods going to smile upon Fresno in this game?
I don't know. California needs rain, so we'll see.
Hey, we had so much rain in San Diego, like it was almost record-setting in certain areas.
So what, 3 inches?
3 inches. Try
Is that
7 inches or something like that.
Okay, no, I was joking. Next game, Friday night. Keep moving along.
Final question before we move on, because I just got this as a Twitter question. Daniel Connolly's been tweeting.
Thank you, Daniel.
For the last 5 minutes.
And we don't pay attention.
He just asked, real question, should Nevada start freshman Hunter Frolic at quarterback? Yeah, couldn't hurt. Yes or no? Jeremy? He left. Oh, fantastic. He left. You see what you did, Daniel? You made him leave. That's your Twitter question. Your Twitter question made him leave. But to ask him to answer your question though, why would they start freshman Hunter Frolic? Is Tyler Stewart out injured that we don't know about? Is it just his performance? Because like I said, statistics wise, he's not doing horribly. He's not doing terribly. He's just not doing what we expect him to do. Now, if you're going through the trend that everybody's starting freshman quarterbacks this year, you might as well add to it. Well, that would be that would be an interesting take. So I'm going to keep on talking until Jeremy comes back. So next game is BYU San Jose State, Friday night, 8:30 start time, which is kind of awesome. It's another late start time. It's oh no, Stewart only beat Frolic because of experience. Stewart's doing a respectable job. I'm not sure if Frolic is going to be that much better. So, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and move on to San Jose State BYU, and so this game is at 8:30. What is this? Yes, I'm still rolling. Yeah, Jeremy Chess texted me if I was still rolling, and I'm saying yes. So, responding, people. Yes. BYU, San Jose State. BYU's favored by 13.5 points this game, so it's basically a 14-point spread. 8:30 Pacific time, CBS Sports Network. This game's in San Jose. What can San Jose State do to stop BYU? Plenty of things. First of all, have a rush defense. BYU has not had exactly a great record of running this year, as opposed to San Jose State, who has. But at the same time, you've basically gotten to something. You basically have a team who can pretty much damn it, Daniel. I have to keep on continuing. You have pretty much a very weak defensive line outside of Christian Tago for San Jose State, who has given up a porous number of yards through the ground. And we all know about BYU and Tanner Mangum, but their San Jose State secondary is pretty good. If you're going to beat San Jose State, it's going to be through the ground, not through the air. So if that's the case, you're talking about a team where, yeah, BYU's favored by 14, but this game could be fairly close. At the same time, though, BYU can open up a can of hurt on San Jose State, just like how the Aztecs did in that 30-7 victory a few weeks ago. The question is, which San Jose State team is going to show up? The one who's 4-4, who frankly looked very dangerous at times, being the West leader, or the one who showed up, like I said, at the wrong time of San Diego State starting to get hot. So I'm looking for in this game BYU to let's look to make San Jose State's secondary stop BYU's pass game to force them to run, and then can they stop the run game? At the same time, can Tyler Ervin just run up a stream on BYU? We know that BYU has a very, very strong defensive seven, and that many teams